Hi and welcome back. I'm Simon. I'm a Dead for Future. As you might remember from my previous videos, I'm just now on the quest to reduce my carbon footprint to zero within the next year. But at the same time, I'm trying to maintain as much as possible of my lifestyle. So one of the things, or the next consecutive step, is that I would commute back and forth to work using an e-bike. In my last video, we were looking on different ways to commute by bus, by bike, and by e-bike, and the e-bike version won. So now the question is, which bike would I need? Well, basically, I could go for any bike with electrical support on the market. They are, or almost are, all up to the job. I then, however, have to admit that I didn't want to use basically anything. It's not only the functional, but also some type of effective need. So I want to have the right feeling. I want to have a product which actually underpins my personality and my way of life. That's why I was Googling more in depth and I came up with three different models, which I think represent me and my effective needs. So I will go through it and will tell you a little bit about that. And finally, tell you which bike I will buy. So the prerequisites were buying a bike which is pretty basic, pretty clean, pretty, how to put it, pretty serene look. And the first one I was looking at was the Cowboy 3. I last week had a test ride, and it rides pretty well. As you see, there is no additional material on it, which is not needed. You can see that the battery here is integrated in the rear frame in some way. It has a belt drive, and on top of it, there is just a very basic display which is telling you, well, the loading condition of the battery and so on. Not much more than this. Uh, it is also possible to remove the battery using a key and take it in with you to recharge. The second option comes from Sushi Bikes. It's the Model Maki. I found out that Sushi Bikes was a startup which apparently participated in the German version of Dragon's Den. Anyhow, what you can see is that the price is about half the price than the other bikes I'm comparing here. That does not necessarily mean that the quality is bad. It just means that it is really the bare minimum. And this is what I wanted. So as you can see, there is not even a display, no electronics, whatever visible. Um, you have the battery looking like a drinking bottle in a drinking bottle holder. You can remove it easily, and you can even use it as a USB power bank in some way. Uh, this bike, however, has the shortest range with about 50 kilometers, and that might be a problem if I'm traveling 20 kilometers back and forth twice a day, meaning that I will just have a reserve of 10 kilometers, and in cold weather could be a problem. But luckily, you can buy spare batteries as well. The third and final option I found out is the Vanmoof Electrified S3. And as you can see from the graphics here, it is the most advanced bike in my shortlist. The price is slightly lower than the Cowboy. It is a little bit better equipped with all these mud guards and so on. It is also better equipped technically, so you have a better display here. You have the possibility to connect it to the internet. There's also a 4 shift gear automatically, automatic 4-shift gearbox in this bike here as well. Well, just recently it has been quite a hype regarding this bike. So which one shall I take? The Cowboy, Vanmoof, or the Sushi Maki? As you see, if you put them together, they look very much alike. So that look is for sure what I wanted to have. The thing is then which one is better, which one is worse, and probably you can see on the internet a lot of comparisons, and that depends very much on what you prefer and what properties you prefer. I can tell you the Sushi Maki is very nice, but if I have to carry an extra battery with me for commuting, that's not really a good idea. Also, the Vanmoof has an integrated battery, which I forgot to mention, but this means that you would have to put the bike into your flat or carry it up or something like that, so you can't remove the battery. Here you can remove the battery, but in my experience, the batteries have been stolen previously from my colleagues' bikes. So what to do? Also, I was looking on the technology here. The Sushi very much uses basic components, which is very good if something breaks. So you just go to the closest cycle store and buy a spare. On the other hand, that can make it more prone to be stolen. The Cowboy and the Vanmoof has specialized parts, which means that if they break, they might be expensive. On the other hand, nobody can use the parts when the bike is stolen and dismantled. What I do like here on the Vanmoof is that this has some type of tracking device over the internet and the GPS phone, as well as you have some type of alarm on there. Also, there's a rudimentary alarm in this here. In the end, I think it's up to oneself what you like best, and I did my suggestion from the gut, and I ordered the Vanmoof. As you can see, today is the 15th of June. It takes 3 months to get it delivered. So as I told you before, it's kind of a hype. A lot of people want to have it. So I will use my normal bike for commuting starting now. And hopefully in autumn, I will then go on and give you a proper review on the Vanmoof S3. So see you then. Bye bye.